Welcome to the Abundance Effect, where we empower ambitious women with practical tools to live their most rich and fulfilling life in business and beyond. I'm your host, Larissa McCoof. Let's get started. Hello, and welcome back to the Abundance Effect. Today, I want to introduce you to a tool I swear by, especially on the days where life feels kind of like a ping pong match and you are the ball. These are called 5-minute miracles. These are little mindset snacks that you take before you spiral into overwhelm, into reactivity, anxiety, or that I just can't do one more thing feeling. It's not an hour-long reset. It's not a 25-step routine, just small intentional pauses to bring you back into alignment so you can keep moving throughout your day with clarity and sanity. So let me tell you what inspired this. A couple years back, I discovered these protein treats called midday squares. They have 6 grams of protein per square. So this is like eating an egg, but it's got chocolate and it's super, super tasty. This is peanut butter flavor. They have other kinds. But what I love about these is when I had this, my energy would come back and I didn't have that dip in the afternoon. And that dip wasn't from exhaustion. I had blood sugar issues, and so it helped stabilize my blood sugar, but without getting me a crash. And I think a lot of times we forget how important it is to be proactive before we dip too far and can't get back up. So we're going to talk about energy dips in another episode. That's a whole other topic. But what I realized from this little physical snack that brought me a boost and got me a reset is that you can do the same thing with your mind. I heard a lot of clients and community members. They're like, I'm so good in the mornings. I love your calls. But by the afternoon, I kind of feel like I need a boost to have a dip or something comes up. I get so busy. And you get on this emotional roller coaster, this big emotional wobble. Your nervous system starts edging towards overwhelm, frustration, defensiveness, maybe snapping at people, decision fatigue, anxiety, shutting down. These are moments where your results will start slipping. Your communication will start slipping. Your focus will start slipping. Your sense of self-trust will start slipping. And what do most women do? They push through. They override. They white knuckle their way into the next task, hoping it gets better, but it doesn't. It rarely gets better on its own. So here's the shift. When you start to feel yourself tipping into reactivity or overwhelm, you've actually got to hit the pause button. You've got to stop for up to 5 minutes and just do a little mindset snack. Nothing dramatic. It's probably going to be underwhelming, but just something that interrupts that spiral and resets your internal compass. Think of it as giving your brain a midday square, but for your emotional world. These little mindset snacks, they work because state shifts, they happen really, really fast. Studies show that things like breath work, gratitude, visualization, some somatic resets, they can calm the nervous system in under 2 minutes. You interrupt the overwhelm pattern super early. When you actually do it, it stops your brain from going into survival mode where it reactively lives. So if you stop it before it happens, it's not going to go into fight or flight. You're going to be proactive. Your brain, it uses decision-making power kind of like a battery. And a tiny reset, what it's going to do is it's going to recharge your mental battery, your battery up here, just enough to keep going in a wise rather than impulsive way. Okay, so that's so cool. You do this little 5-minute reset and your mental battery recharges and you get another hit. Last but not least, dopamine loves completion. Taking quick action, even something teeny tiny, rewards your brain and shifts your internal chemistry. For me, one of the greatest dopamine hits I get is using this little highlighter. When I get to cross something off my list, I'm like, oh my gosh, it feels so good. I'm a highlighter girl. I don't like crossing things off. I like the highlighter. But when you get to knock something off the list, it makes you feel good. And so same thing with these mindset shifts. They're teeny tiny actions, but they give you a little neurological boost. So this is neuroscience. This is not magic. What does a 5-minute miracle look like? Anything that shifts your state quickly. So let's say 2 to 3 minutes of breathing, standing up, stretching, maybe moving your arms, shaking out your body, 1 page of inspirational reading. I like to hover my hand over a pile of books and be like, oh, it's pulling this one. I like to just flip through the pages and go, it's going to this page. I don't even know what I'm reading sometimes, but those moments where my hand guides me, phenomenal, out of this world. Just a paragraph, just a page, doesn't have to be long. Reviewing your goal card, a gratitude reset, a short visualization, power posing, right? Standing like you're Superman, putting your arms in the air, standing like you're larger than life. Maybe a mantra or an affirmation. You could even do something as simple as drink water or do some grounding work. Quick pause, because if what we're talking about right now is resonating, I want you to hear this. 5-minute miracles are powerful because they interrupt the spiral in the moment. And here's what I've learned after years of working with high-performing women. Micro resets work best when they're supported by a bigger rhythm. That's exactly why I run the Morning Magic Challenge. In January, I'm opening the doors for 5 days so you can experience what happens when you start your day grounded, clear, and intentional before the world gets loud. It's a live guided experience where we calm the nervous system first, so those midday resets become easier and sometimes unnecessary. If you love mindset snacks, Morning Magic is the meal that stabilizes the entire day. You can learn more and register at morningmagicchallenge.com. The link is in the show notes if you need it. The tool doesn't matter so much as what the intention is. And the intention that you need to have is to pause, reset, and proceed. You can mix and match the tools. You might have different things that work for you in different environments. You might have different things that work for you on different weeks. It doesn't matter what the tool is. But the point is, you're hitting the pause button deliberately. You're resetting, you're refocusing, and you're moving forward. You are not giving up. You're not getting behind, and you are not being indulgent. You're leading yourself. Why this matters is most of our bad days aren't actually bad days. They're a bad 2 to 4 minute spiral that just never gets interrupted. And it just keeps going and going and going and going and going. And the moment right before you snap at your partner, that's when this is. This is the moment right before you open your inbox and want to run away. This is right before you procrastinate on that task for 6 hours, right before you go into fix it mode for everyone but yourself. Those are the windows where you want to have your miracle moment before the stuff happens. You can stop it after it's just a little more work. It can save the rest of your day. It can save the rest of your afternoon. It can save the rest of your evening with your family. And so my invitation to you this week is to pay attention to your internal wobble. When are you starting to shake? When are things falling apart for you? It's going to be different for everyone. And I'm saying for most people this afternoon, you might get yours at 10 a.m. So for me, I'm just going to share. I love working right through till 2 or 3 and starting really early, but I've got a son. Love, love, love my son. I got to take him to school. So I have this amazing morning. I meet with my clients every day at 6:30 a.m. for my morning success calls. Life is good. And then 8 o'clock hits and I've got to get everything ready. And we got to be out the door by 8:15, 8:30. So there's a bit of a mad rush. It's not crazy, but it's not my ideal thing to do. I don't want to go out the door because I'm usually in a really good mood. I'd love to stay at my desk and work on projects and be creative, but I got to get the kid to school. And sometimes my husband can do it, but even if my husband goes, I have to interrupt my natural energy flow to go get breakfast and lunch. So we are committed to my son, but that breaks my flow. And so when I get back home, if I drive him, or when I finish in the kitchen and doing all my household duties, my energy tanks and I need to reset. So I sometimes do a little meditation. I might do a self-hypnosis. I like to go for a walk around the block. I might do some push-ups on the kitchen counter or some squats or lunges down the hallway. I mix it up. I play. But if I don't do something to reset my energy, the rest of the day, even if I have the best list and best intentions in the world, it's just not the same. And that's something I've learned. So I don't want to disrupt my flow, but I've chosen to because I choose to prioritize my child. So I make sure to have a good day. I take a little mindset snack. I take a little opportunity to reset myself, reset my nervous system so I can function and I can be in a good mood because I like being happy. I like enjoying my work. I like doing things. But if I don't reset my energy, it is such a chore and it's not my favorite thing. So pay attention to your inner wobble. My biggest disruption is in the morning when I have to get my child to school and get him ready for the day. So I don't mind, but that happens to be mine. So for most people, it's in the afternoon. Yours might be at a different time. It might be when you get home at the end of the day and transition from work to family time. It might be when you leave for work. It might be at lunch after you have your lunch. Maybe you've got too much lunch digesting and your energy leads you to have these emotional swings. You need to pay attention to what works for you and where things start to fall apart. The moment you feel it, right before you feel it, Just take 5 minutes. Up to 5. Interrupt the spiral, shift your state, even if it's doing jumping jacks. I'm telling you, this does not have to be complicated. Even if you're like, I'm going to just do jumping jacks. I don't know why I'm doing this. This might feel weird. Yeah, do strange things, but do something to shift your state. Give yourself the mindset snack you actually need. It might be physical, it might be mental, it might be spiritual, but give yourself something to shift your energy and start to build abundance in your day. It does not have to be massive effort, but it could be tiny, intentional resets. And this is really how you stay on track. This is how you stay aligned. This is how you stay clear. This is so incredibly powerful. As you take on the many, many challenges that are coming your way, you're going to absolutely need this. I want you to make this your most abundant year yet. 1 5-minute miracle at a time. So have fun, enjoy. Let me know what 5-minute miracles you are indulging in the chat. I cannot wait to hear about them. The more you share, the more others learn. So let's all grow together. I'll see you again next time. Bye for now. And if you're listening to this thinking, I don't want to keep rescuing my days, I want to start them better, then I want to personally invite you to something. In January, I'm hosting the Morning Magic Challenge, a free live 5-day experience where you can join my clients and see how we create clarity, calm, and consistency at the very start of the day. Think of it as an open house for how I actually work with women behind the scenes. Real mornings, real structure, real nervous system support. Because you are not meant to white knuckle your way through life, you are meant to lead yourself starting in the morning. So if that feels like something you need next, you can register at morningmagicchallenge.com. You'll also find the link in my show notes. Would love to have you with us.